Hey, welcome back to Dime Time, y'all. Before we jump into tonight's episode, I've got a bunch I want to talk about over the past couple of nights in the NBA. But hey, shout out this shirt, man. If y'all know, I am the world's biggest Manu fan. The Demon Blade, my personal best six man of the year. This shirt was made by @6manlife. Hey, I'm going to tag them in the link below in the YouTube video. I posted them on my Instagram story. If you're not following my Instagram, go do that. We post reels, we post videos, but let's jump into what's been happening around the league, man. I want to jump in first with some All-Star news. We got our finalized roster for the three-point shootout contest. We got the dunk contest. We got the All-Star game, which we've had for a little bit now. But we also got what would have been the World versus USA team of the young players, the Rising Star game. We also got the Skills Challenge roster. So all of that's been dropped. I do want to talk about what the dunk contest might look like and just around the All-Star game in general. I know we got Obi Toppin, Anthony Simons, and Cassius Stanley showing out in the dunk contest. I've been seeing a lot of hate on NBA Twitter talking about this is going to be the most boring dunk contest ever. And it might be. You never know. But you know what might happen is we might have some young bulls taking their time with some spotlight and just throwing down some of the nastiest dunks we've ever seen. So hey, just because it's not some all-star names doing the dunk contest, which I'm a little sad we never got LeBron in the dunk contest. You know, like, that's a conversation that needs to be had. Like, come on, LBJ. One thing that the fans would have loved to see is first-time Cavaliers or early Miami Heat LeBron James in the dunk contest. You know, I'm just saying that would have been great. But my early pick for this dunk contest, I'm taking Obi Toppin, man. He plays with such aggression. The way he dunks the ball is crazy. He had a crazy dunk last night against my Spurs off an alley-oop, which we'll get into the games here in a little bit. But yeah, he's my takeaway for the All-Star game coming up dunk contest. But I want to jump into the All-Star three-point shootout contest. This is probably like the most star-studded event in All-Star weekend. We have the craziest lineup of names. I think probably the front runner for the three-point shootout contest has to be Steph Curry. It's going to be a really good weekend. The All-Star game in general. I know we already talked about that. We're already going to have the kind of Kobe Bryant integrated scoring rule, which if you don't know what that is, check out the last episode. We talk and break down a little bit about what that is. So next episode, the All-Star game is going to come and pass. So let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think is going to be the outcome of the dunk contest, the three-point shootout, the skills challenge, the game in general. So let me know what y'all think about that. But let's get into the games that were tonight and last night. And like y'all always know, I don't talk about games that I don't watch. Because I can watch highlights, I can look at the box score, I can talk about players, and I'll do that a little bit here and there around games. So if I don't talk about your team, I'm sorry. I don't watch every single game all the way through. So if I don't have my best opinion on it, I'm probably not going to share too much more than I would on a game that I watched the whole thing through. But I do want to start with not tonight's games. We will get into that. But 2 nights ago, we had, last night, not tonight, but we had a really weird game that was on national TV against the Phoenix Suns and Los Angeles Lakers. And I know what you're thinking. You probably know where we're about to head with this. And there's so much that I want to say with this Devin Booker ejection. Number one is refs. What are you doing? I don't understand how a national televised basketball game is happening and you eject one team's potential best player off of just some crazy, weak calls, man. And I'm not one to talk about refs or complain about refereeing or officiating, but man, this one was just so strange. And Michael B. Jordan, if y'all don't know who that is, he's an actor. He said something about this on SportsCenter and Bleacher Report's post. He said the referees need to have post-game interviews and talk about the officiating calls that they make during the games and answer press questions. And I thought this was a really interesting perspective because I think that's like potentially a good answer to what's going on in today's NBA officiating. We've got these refs, man, that are just making these like almost what feels like personal calls. Devin Booker gets ejected out of this game off of back-to-back technicals. But if you watch through the review, it's like, what did he really do? And I know there's always things being said and being insinuated with actions during the game that we don't hear or see because of camera angles and microphones, but I just don't understand how you can take this game and make it just so flip-flopped because of this poor officiating. So NBA, we need answers. We need a conversation at least. So let me know what y'all think about NBA officiating in today's league the past couple weeks. But on the flip side of this Suns-Lakers game, Frank Vogel, what are you doing? I don't understand. Devin Booker got ejected from this Suns-Lakers game with 7 minutes left in the third quarter. And you lost this game. Listen, y'all know the Chris Paul love is all the way up here. Shout out to Shoes. When it comes to this channel. But how does your poor coaching let this game just get away like that? I really don't understand. If you watch through these highlights and you understand basketball even a little bit, just watch the way in which Coach Vogel took this game and just coached it in this weird way that the Lakers got the loss. Man, I don't know. I could talk about the officiating and the Lakers so much. Without Anthony Davis, they look like they're missing their biggest piece almost, which is so strange because I love LeBron. But another game that happened last night was the San Antonio Spurs. Shout out my Spurs. Y'all know it's hometown love right there. They played the New York Knicks, who have the best defense in the league, which, before we talk about the game, because it was a blowout, shout out New York, man. If you're a New York Knicks fan, this is a season to be excited about. You got good players on the roster. You got a good future ahead of you. But the Spurs just handed them a 30-point loss almost, which as a Spurs fan, I'm like, let's do it. That sounds great. I want more wins. I want more higher spots in seeding. But I don't understand how the Knicks, I think it was 89 points they scored this game, which is a crazy, crazy thing to think about, how the best defense in the league lets the San Antonio Spurs young core, without Keldon Johnson, without LaMarcus Aldridge, score 119 points while holding them to 89. So that was weird. Tonight's games, though, we had the 76ers taking on a huge win. Joel Embiid with another 40 points. He had 19 boards. His MVP stock is through the roof right now. Listen, again, love LeBron James, but Joel Embiid said, oh, MVP Joel? Here he is. We've got him. This is now. The dude's playing crazy. Got the win tonight. Shout out 76ers, man. There's a lot to look forward going on there. Another win tonight was the Nets. The Nets got a win. I think it was against the Houston Rockets, which we could talk about all the disappointment with the Houston Rockets, but I don't want to sit on the negative. I want to think about the positive. The Rockets just let the Nets just kind of take this thing as they wanted, which is so crazy to me because Kevin Durant is still not playing. Think about that. You have a team that is playing insane, and Kevin Durant is on your roster and playing 0 minutes. The Nets are crazy. The Nets are going to take the East. Whoever they play in the finals, it's going to be scary. James Harden is playing like an MVP candidate. I think he leads the Nets. Listen, I'm pretty sure James Harden, who got traded a month ago to the Nets, leads that organization in triple-doubles. Let that sit with you. Which, also crazy fact, so does Russell Westbrook, who got traded at the beginning of the season for the Washington Wizards. Guys, we have incredible players in the NBA right now who are just playing so well. Don't take it for granted over little things, y'all. But another huge win was the Celtics got a win over the Clippers. The Celtics needed that win, man. The Clippers are looking good, but the Celtics just pulled out a really good win. All in all, there's just really good things happening around the NBA. I saw this thing with Dwayne Wade, who was given a dunk contest advice to the judges who are going to be doing the dunk contest this year, and he said there's too many 10s being given out. So shout out all the Dwayne Wade memes that say, I'll give that a 9. But, this is downtime. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. Hit the little bell for notifications. We are dropping NBA gold on this channel. I appreciate y'all. See you next time.